Something insane is happening right now, and millions of people have lost their life savings, entered into debts, and some have even lost their lives to what seems like a simple and fast, yet incredibly risky way to make money. Binary option is one of the largest financial fraud happening right now. You will find people claiming to have made thousands of dollars from these binary trading brokers and their influencers. But the truth is, this is all a lie. So the question is, why do so many people keep falling for this scheme? And more importantly, how can you protect yourself from it? Because make no mistake, you could be the next victim.
Online, it was the latest craze and everybody was talking about it.
From all walks of life, billions of dollars and millions of people have been caught up in the global crime wave known as binary options.
They see an ad from a binary options firm promising high rates of return with limited risk.
It was all just a made-up scheme to actually defraud the investors.
It's 2011. Social media is taking over the internet and the world was more connected than before. But Indonesia, the most populated country in Southeast Asia and the fourth most populated country in the world, is struggling. The government is spending billions of money on energy subsidies, money that could have gone to public schools, hospitals, and roads. Public infrastructure is collapsing. Human rights abuses are making news headlines. People are angry and life is generally unstable for most citizens. Amidst all this chaos, there was hope. Hope for those dreaming for a better life. A young man started a YouTube channel. He was handsome, talented, and full of ambitions. His channel, Indra Kenz, grew fast. He gained over 1.3 million subscribers and more than 117 million views with just 126 videos. He showed cars, huge stacks of money, luxury goods, and most importantly, he promised that anyone could be like him. Quick money, easy steps, no experience needed. People really believed in him. But after 11 years on YouTube, something serious happened. Indra uploaded a video that can be translated to fraud affiliate because of eating money. Little did people know, this would be the last video he ever posted on his channel. Indra Kenz effectively disappeared from the internet. So what really happened? That was the question. Soon, the news broke out. Indra Kenz and another man, Doni Salmanan, had been arrested. They were charged by the Indonesian government for online gambling, fraud, spreading lies, false information, and money laundering. It turned out Indra was linked to a trading platform called Binomo. But Binomo wasn't just any trading app. It was part of a huge scam. A scam that had caused a total loss of over 72 billion rupees. This figure is only from the people who reported, and sadly, that wasn't the end. Many people are still falling for that same scam today. Soon after, the government of Indonesia went on to block several platforms, but the scam has continued to operate. Why? Binary options have now flooded the internet with so many brokers like quotex, pocketoptions, iqoptions scamming millions of people online. This is no longer a problem for one country, it's a global problem. Chances are you have seen their videos. Prominent influencers like Lara Trader, Agatha Trader, Naya Trader, Zafi Trader, Evelyn Morgan Traders, Baby Trader, just to mention but a few that we have exposed on this channel. These people are currently at the forefront of this scam. If you believe that this is a legit way to make money, my only question is, how willing are you then to dive deeper with me as we expose the greatest trading scheme of our time? When you decide to trade on binary trading option, you are essentially buying the right to predict the price movement of an asset within a set time frame. For example, imagine they ask me a question, the informer, will the price of gold go above $2,000 in the next 30 minutes? And I have to answer yes or no. If I say yes, the price of gold will be above $2,000 in the next 30 minutes, and indeed, at the end of 30 minutes, the price of gold is above the $2,000, then I win a profit. But if after 30 minutes timer, the price of gold is below, then I'm going to lose all my initial investment. The term binary comes from the fact that there are only two possible outcomes when staking: win or lose, yes or no, up or down. There are no halfway bets. It's an all or nothing bets. Now, are you seeing the problem I am seeing, or it's just me? The profit return of binary option seems to be very high, and since binary options are simple to operate, it feels like an easy way to make money. In order for us to fully understand where things went wrong in binary options, we need to understand how people used to trade. Binary option trading is divided into two main types. There is the exchange-traded options and the over-the-counter, abbreviated as OTC options. Exchange-traded options are trades that happen on big financial markets like the New York Stock Exchange. Think of exchange-traded option like shopping in a store. The prices are clear, the rules are strict, and there is customer protection. In the US, third parties like the Options Clearing Corporation ensures that customers get their payment in case they win. In OTC trading, usually the trading broker often sets rules and either pays you or not. Think of OTC like a backroom deal. No receipts, no rules, no one is watching. If you think binary option started in the last 5 years, you're very wrong. In fact, their roots can be traced back to the traditional financial markets, which dates back centuries. The phrase all or nothing originates from the mid-1700s. The earliest known use appeared in 1764 in the Gentleman's Magazine. It is formed by combining words all and nothing. The concept signifies doing something completely or not at all, with no middle ground. In 1973, the Chicago Board Options Exchange was created, introducing formal options trading in the US. This helped large investors manage risk by betting on the future price movements. One version of this derivative was the all or nothing option, a simple bet with a fixed payout if correct, or a total loss if wrong. The all or nothing option became a part of a broader financial market derivative. Then in early 1990s, binary options began as over-the-counter instruments, meaning they were being traded privately between parties rather than on public exchanges. These early OTC were considered exotic derivatives, typically tailored to the needs of institutional investors, the banks, and high net worth individuals. These contracts were unregulated, privately negotiated, and not accessible to the general public. But in the late 1990s, the US Securities and Exchange Commission recognized binary options as a real financial tool. But binary options continued to be traded as a private, limited OTC instrument. But then a big turning point came.
Apple shares are just getting hammered this morning.
We're down by between 3 and 4.5% generally across these markets. Let's talk about the speed with which we are watching this market deteriorate. We're red everywhere, essentially, down by 4-5%.
We're down over 16%. Dow at the same time has fallen about 18%.
The stock market is now down 21%.
2008. The world was going under a financial crisis it had never seen since the Great Recession. People were watching the financial market collapsing, the housing market going down. People were desperate for new ways to make money. That same year, the US regulators approved exchange-traded binary option. Platforms like the American Stock Exchange and the Chicago Board Options Exchange began offering binary trading options to the public. These exchange-traded binary options were standardized and regulated. They had transparency and investor protection. Suddenly, apps and websites were being launched at very rapid pace. You didn't need a stockbroker or a bank. Bank the Binary, one of the first trading platforms seized the opportunity. They offered simple user interfaces to predict price movements, quick, high risks with minimal barriers to entry. Soon, other platforms like 24 options and any options also popped up. Suddenly, binary option was everywhere and easy to access. But these platforms offered the OTC binary options, which was in contrary to what the government had approved. The investors were betting against the brokers, who were also the operators and the owners of these platforms. If an investor wins, the broker loses. If you lose, the broker wins. That's a massive conflict of interest. Today, the majority of binary trading options that occur, especially outside the US, still occurs as OTC trading, and in many countries, they lack regulatory oversight. In 2012, Cyprus became the first country to regulate binary trading options under its financial laws. Hundreds of companies quickly set up there to look for legal identification. Binary options soon became a worldwide trend.